Yes, Harshita.
This is my CV.
Yes.
Have a seat, Harshita.
Thank you so much.
So, Harshita, just tell about your career objective.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to tell about my career objective. So basically, my career objective as being in the CMA part, I have been experienced that what I like is being the costing field, and my main career objective was this only to gain the expertise knowledge under a very prestigious organization and to learn new things, to upgrade my skills and everything. So that in next future, in upcoming years, I can say that yes, I have been an expertise in something now. That's all. Thank you.
Harshita, tell me what is the difference between marginal cost and standard cost?
Okay, sir. So marginal costing is basically used for the decision making purpose, which to select and which not to. And the standard costing is basically analyzing the difference between the actual and the standard basis.
Okay.
About yourself, your family background, your qualification, your experience, in which domain you have.
Okay. About, as you all know, my name is Harshita Agarwal, and about myself is that I am a very self-confident person, as I have exposed myself apart from my studies in very curriculum activities, others also. Like we can say about my sports activities, I have been an NCC girl and NCC candidate, and I was the captain of one battalion in Rajasthan, one battalion girls, and even I have been a gold medalist in basketball, handball, athletics also. And apart from this, like I have been a very stage conscious, not a stage conscious person, as I was stage loving person. I always used to stand and use for the debates, competitions, and for the mic speakings. And even this is a great example I can quote, that is in my CSS training also I got an appreciation award for the first ranking position in that over. And apart, you are asking about my family. My family is I have a very nuclear family. We have like 4 people. My brother, I have my brother and my mother and sister. They are occupied in some business activities. That's it.
Okay, so you're planning for business in future?
No, I'm not planning for business in future. I'm just right now want to expose myself in this job career only, and want to gain some specialized knowledges.
Okay, what are your future goals?
My future goals is basically, ma'am, to upgrade myself, to see myself at that position where I can not blame myself that I have not given my 100%. So like we can say that the managerial position I can see in next 5 years.
Harshita, during your internship, you have done e-invoicing as well.
Yes, sir.
So, which type of organization under GST needs to do e-invoicing mandatorily?
So the e-invoicing has some turnover limits, as is recently updation of this 1st October has came of the 10 crore limit of e-invoicing has been there, and earlier was this 500, 100 and 50 and 20 crore was there, and the applicability of invoicing is applicable on this particular tenure only. The companies which comes in under tenure used to do that.
Okay. And you have generated e-way bills as well.
Yes.
So, what is the validity of an e-way bill?
So the validity completely depends upon the particular time period. There is a two limits of 200 kilometer and 20 kilometer. For 200 kilometer is 1 day and 20 kilometer is also 1 day, but 20 kilometer is for the big dimensional, over dimensional cargoes and all.
Harshita, what is adjustment entry and why we used in the financial statement?
So adjustment entries are those entries which have some impact upon the which put some impact upon the financial statements of the just like in closing stock is also comes in adjustment entry. So the impact of closing stock is done in at time of balance sheet at closing balances and all. So it puts differentiation, like if for example we can take also overhead expenses also and the outstanding expenses. These are some adjustments which we need to make, whether they have already deducted or not.
Okay.
Harshita, what are deferred revenue expenditure?
So deferred revenue expenditures are those revenues which we say the income has been earned but the work has not been done.
Okay. How you can value to the organization with your abilities and academics?
I can say that I am an influencing person also. I have an ability to create a very good work environment along with a very active environment, as I was involved in so many other curriculum activities also. I have a good communication skills so that I can give a very good introductive and put some valuable impacts on them. To the organization, I think with my all hard work, with my dedication, with my efficiency of doing work, with all that my base, I can put a very good impact over there.
And at what time you can start contributing to our organization?
Ma'am, from the very start, I will give my 100%, but as we see that everything takes some time, so that initial time of from that cooperating of the from that corporate will of course will take, but from the very start, I'll give my 100%, and I'll try to do more hard work to give that best.
Okay, what's the journal entry for accrued expenses?
Accrued expenses, the journal entry will be the expenses account debit to accrued expenses.
Only that entry we will do.
Right now I can do this only, ma'am. Sorry for that.
Okay.
What is the error of omission?
Error of omission basically is in the time at the time when we used to make the journal entry, when we used to put, and we sometimes omits and we forget some entry to make. Just like for example, if we have to debit the cash balance, but we have unfortunately we have credited it, or we have to debit the 10,000 amount, but we have debited it only 1,000 amount. So that's an error.
Okay. And which type of account is open when the debit and credit balance is not equal?
I'm sorry, sir, I cannot recall this time.
Harshita, in IT skills, you have digital marketing experience as well. So just explain about the SEO. What is SEO?
I'm sorry, sir, I don't know about that SEO, but I can explain like this what I have done in digital marketing.
Yes.
At the period of 2020, when the COVID time was there, I was going through these social sites and I found this a digital marketing course over there, and it was a basically drive lecture sessions where I have learned what I have that how to present, how you can influence them, and how to give your best, so that the product can be marketized in that way that consumers will attract through that. So that's what I have learned of this.
Okay. So Harshita, what is difference between ABC costing and ABC analysis?
Okay. ABC costing refers to the process of allocating the cost using the cost drivers. And ABC analysis involves 3 criteria, like where A criteria has like 80% of value and 20% of quantity, less quantity means, and high value, and B criteria of assumptions like less value with more quantity, and in C category it's higher quantity. So the basically analysis is done upon this criteria basis. That's all. Thank you.
Harshita, explain about the MRL reports.
So MRL reports are the management representative reports which we need to submit at the time of audit, and the tax audits and the company audits is done, and the MRL reports are also presented in order to signify that the whatever the financial statements has been presented are accurate and as per the knowledge of the management.
Okay.
Harshita, you have filed income tax return as well. You mentioned over there. So suppose a person wants to opt for section 44AD, then which type of returns he need to file?
ITR 4 will be filed in that case, sir, because ITR 4 tells about the presumptive incomes only.
So what is the provision of section 44AD?
Section 44AD has a presumption that any person having income of specialized professional incomes, you can say the particular percentage criteria is that if it's on cash basis 6%, and if it's everything is done through check basis and the income and all, then 6% has to be declared, and if it's on cash basis 8% has to be declared minimum.
Okay.
You have mentioned that you have participated in OptoTax, that where you have consideration into filing of tax audit reports.
Yes, ma'am.
Then explain me 5 tax audit report annexures.
Okay, 5 tax audit annexures were annexures, can I repeat? Like annexures, like what
Tax
the
audit
reports?
report, yeah. We have na 3CA, 3CB,
Yeah,
3CD.
definitely.
So we have annexures 44. To explain me any 5.
Okay, so during the tax audit only, as you have said that we are negligence of 44, the clause 44 states that you need to that we need to disclose all the revenue expenditures and all type of expenditures like debtors, creditors, every details need to be mentioned, and this clause has been made compulsory and mandatory in this current budget only, which has been recently launched, that it's mandatory to disclose everything. And the other part is that disclosure of why we are doing the audit. There was a clause of for either we are opting for 44AB or we are having exceeded our turnover and all, we need to select that. And there has been a related party disclosures also. If we have any related party transactions, and we need to disclose that.
Okay.
And in tax audit else, I'm sorry ma'am, I cannot recognize the other
Okay,
ones.
3CA, 3CB, 3CD. What are the differences between these three?
Okay, so the major difference was this, that 3CA and 3CA 3CD is the one, and 3CB and 3CD is one fund. 3CA and 3CD is been filed for the persons where the auditor of accounts has been made compulsory, and 3CB 3CD has been filed where the accounts has not been mandatory to get audited as per the law.
Okay, Harshita, what is Form MGT7?
So form MGT7 is basically a form of annual returns filing, and it is done 60 days time period is been given to file that form, and well, at time of audit we need to file that form compulsorily everyone, and that's all. The annual returns contain not this form.
Okay, what is IRR under capital budgeting?
The major full form of IRR is internal rate of return, and it is basically that rate of return which tells us and what particular rate we can recover our initial cost. So that particular rate at point of time, how can we recover? Like for example, if I have distributed 5 crore initially invested, and if I think that I need to recover it in 2 years, so at what kind of rate of either 20% or 30% I need to figure out where I can recover that cost.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Harshita.
Thank you so much, sir.
So let us start with the feedback. So I think communication wise it was good, no issue with that. It may be 20% slower, not that much.
Okay.
You were little bit faster, not that much faster. So you may slow up your speed of speaking.
Okay.
That thing you may control. And in domain part, I asked you about deferred revenue expenditure, and you were talking about some revenue, not expenditure. These are the expenditure which are incurred nowadays today, but its benefit is being apportioned to the upcoming period, just like advertisement.
जो बाद में याद आया.
यस. एंड 44 AD में आपने बोला प्रोफेशनल लोगों के लिए मिलती है, ये तो बिजनेसमैन लोगों के लिए है 44 AD. ADA इज़ फॉर प्रोफेशनल्स. सो और जब आप लिमिट बता रहे थे तो भी आपने कंफ्यूज होके बार बार बताई, और किस टर्नओवर तक मिलती है ये आपने नहीं बताया, 44 AD किन को मिलता है, तो वो थोड़ा बहुत था टेक्निकल वाला पार्ट, अदरवाइज इट इज़ ओके.
एनेक्जस 44 लाइक जो टैक्स ऑडिट के एनेक्जस बोले और क्लॉजेस भी बोले, क्लॉजेस बिल्कुल भी ठीक नहीं थे. ठीक है, 44 एनेक्जर लास्ट वाला तो रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर नहीं, GST का होता है. ठीक है, सिर्फ एक एनेक्जर पार्ट आपका ठीक था, जो आपने बोला रिलेटिव पार्टी ट्रांजेक्शन्स वाला. आपने एक बोला कि रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर और कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर ये तो आता ही नहीं है, कैपिटल एक्सपेंसेस का हम बताते हैं पर्सन. हाँ, और एक आपने 3CA 3CB का भी बताया. 3CA ये होता है कि हम सिर्फ इनकम टैक्स में ऑडिट होती है, 3CB होती है अदर सेक्शंस में भी ऑडिट होती है. कंपलसरी नहीं होगा तो भरेंगे क्यों हम 3CA 3CB? आपने बोला एक जगह कंपलसरी है, एक जगह नहीं है. मतलब टैक्स ऑडिट तो कंपलसरी है, बट अदर सेक्शंस में भी टैक्स ऑडिट के अलावा भी उनकी कंपनी ऑडिट या कोई और ऑडिट होती है. ठीक है, और 3CD इज एनेक्जस, तो वो तो दोनों के लिए होगा.
नहीं, बट सॉरी फॉर दैट इंटरप्शन.
हाँ, हाँ.
आई हैव सर्च्ड इट ओवर, बट उसमें ऐसा ही लिखा था कि 3CA इज़ फॉर दी फाइलिंग की, जहाँ पे ऑडिट्स जो है ना वो कंपलसरी होती है किसी लॉ में.
नहीं, मैं आपको मेंशन करके बताऊंगी. कंपलसरी मीन्स जो टैक्स ऑडिट होती है ना, ये लिमिट हमारी जो है 1 करोड़ और 10 करोड़ वाली, वो 3CA के लिए आती है, तो वो कंपलसरी ऑडिट हो गई ना. फिर आपको 3CB में ये भी तो बताना पड़ेगा टैक्स ऑडिट के अलावा भी और कोई ऑडिट हो रही है उनकी.
ओके,
ठीक है, एक बार और रिपीट करना, या फिर आपको मैं नोट्स शेयर कर दूंगी. एल्स आपका ठीक था, अक्रूड एक्सपेंसेस की एंट्री P&L में भी ट्रांसफर करेंगे, पे करेंगे तब आउटस्टैंडिंग
अच्छा, वो
एक्सपेंसेस।
सारी
तो
चीज़ें
एंट्रीज तो
complete
अगर आपको जब तक पूछा नहीं गया कि ड्यू की बोलनी है या कौन सी बोलनी है तो आप सिर्फ एक बोल सकते हो, अदरवाइज तो आपको सब चीज़ें मेंशन करनी है। ठीक है, प्रोफेशन का सर ने बता ही दिया। आईआरआर को थोड़ा और एक्सप्लेन करो, इंटरपॉल्यूशन और वो सब थोड़ा सा। आई कांटेक्ट सबसे, आप जो पूछ रहा था बस उसी से कांटेक्ट था, उसी को नहीं देखना है आपको, तो सारे पैनल को देखना है। आपको थोड़ा सुनेंगे सब, आपको बताना है कि आई एम इंटरेस्टेड टू स्पीक विथ ऑल।
ओके।
ठीक है, कॉन्फिडेंस और कम्युनिकेशन बेस्ट।
ओके, ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट हर्षिता।
अच्छा, तो जब आप सीवी लेकर के आए थे तो आकर के आप खड़े हो गए, आपने किसी को गुड इवनिंग गुड मॉर्निंग नहीं किया,
में आ गई थी।
पहली चीज़। दूसरी चीज़ फिर आपने यहाँ पर रख दिया उसको, मतलब एक थोड़ा सा आप वो डर गए थे एक बार को लेकर के ना, थोड़ा सा उसको आकर कॉन्फिडेंटली देना है ना, गुड मॉर्निंग बोलते हुए।
पहले गुड मॉर्निंग बोल रही, फिर मेरे को याद है गुड आफ्टरनून हो गया, फिर मैं चुप हो गई।
ग्रीटिंग्स बोल दो।
फिर आपके मुंह से आवाज़ नहीं निकल रही थी, धीरे धीरे जो भी
अगर आपको
समझो।
ये चीज़ें याद ही नहीं रहती तो ग्रीटिंग्स ऑफ द डे से स्टार्ट कर दो। ठीक है, और ये फॉर्मेटिंग यहाँ पे है, यहाँ नहीं है, ये यहाँ पे थोड़ा ज़्यादा गैप है, ये बड़ा हो रहा है।
ओके,
ठीक
आई
है,
चेंज इट।
सीवी में तो अलाइनमेंट्स काफ़ी मैटर करते हैं। ठीक है,
एनी अदर चेंजेस आई नीड टू मेक?
नहीं, अभी तक मैंने देख लिया था पूरा, नहीं लगा है। और एक